Hey there, sweetness, how goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game. If there's anything that's connective to this collective that's beautiful, I invite you to take that shit with you. If, however, nothing here resonates, that's all right. Just leave it right where you fucking found it. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for someone else in the collective. You should never take something off the table, or in general, that doesn't belong to you. Keep in mind that time may be fluid, as well as energy, and let's get into it, shall we? Yes. Yes, we fucking shall. What are we getting into? Monday Madness, Madness Monday. General messages for the collective, all signs, all the homies. Please do the tribe a favor. Make sure as you're coming in and out of the video, you get those likes up. Drop a comment. Make sure you're subscribed. Spirit of love, truth, grace, and guidance. Please guide these messages. Guide myself. Guide this collective. Guide us always. In all ways. Thank you. I have missed you, homies. I know I've not been on for a couple of days. Just a lot in the energy of life lately. So my apologies, but I'm here. We're going to open with playing cards, channeled messages. We're definitely going to do some numbers. And probably some letters too. What do we have for the homies tonight? Whatever time it is, wherever you are. Bluebird. These could be signifiers for you guys. Something about the bluebird and something about Pac-Man. Something about Robin Williams. Something about a discovery. Four of Swords energy with that. Something about work. Something about famous TV people. Something about painters. Something about from the 80s. Oh, we got a Joker, needing higher standards. Uh-oh. Queen of Swords says, I smell scandal. King of Swords, directly after the Queen of Swords. Visitors or poop? All right. That was a line from a TV show, I do believe. You know what? I'm going to grab the Bluebird deck. And we had a fairy jump out. Ivy, luck and finances. Oh. How rude. All right, we're going to jump into what Ivy has to say. Card 45. Oh. Fairies have no need to worry about finances. They just trust that they'll be provided for, and so they are. Trust has a lot to do with the finances of humans also. Asking and then trusting that things will work out for you opens a pathway for your good to come to you. This is a time when financial issues are at a head in your life. There are opportunities opening up for you. Keep your eyes open and be willing to check out any offers that come your way. The universe knows what you need and will provide if you stay grounded in faith. Look carefully at how you use the money that is given to you. Do you use it wisely? Are you saving some each month? Paying bills on time? If you find yourself resenting bill paying, then change your attitude and face it with joy. Thank Spirit that you are able to pay your bills. Send each payment out with a blessing attached. That every person who comes in contact with this money be blessed. Finances will surely take a turn for the better. Have trust and belief. And it'll all be because you're working on your energy, collective. The chant with this card: Mother, Father God, I ask for your divine intervention on my behalf. I ask for the perfect solution. I ask for the perfect timing for the manifestation of the solution. I am willing to accept your guidance and your wisdom, and I expect the miracles, which are a demonstration of your love. So be it. And the little phrase that comes with this: find a penny today. May you find a penny today. And when you do, thank God that you are so blessed. All right, we're going to jump into the Bluebird deck. These are just little 80s trivia playing cards that I have, and I had put some channeled messages onto them many, many moons ago, you guys. But seriously, something about Pac-Man. We'll get into the Bluebird deck, though. I think there's something in here. What does the collective need to hear at this time? I almost want to take 9 cards because that's the number on the card. I feel like that's what we're going to do. Let me shuffle them up real well, though. I cannot remember the last time I ever touched this deck. It's been a while. I do believe this is my first ever Lenormand deck, though. Maybe something specifically for someone where Pac-Man was the first game you ever played, the first video game you ever played. Messages for the collective. Let's grab 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bottom of the deck, the bear. Card 15. Get the numbers handy here. Brawny and bold, here is the bear. Your financial positions, you should be aware. It's a lot about finances at this time, collective. Spend your resources with wisdom and care. You were asked from Ivy, are you spending wisely? Use your power to be strong and fair. I'm going to see, I believe each of these cards also has their own, they do. All right, 15 for the bear. I saw the clover actually had been the first card that I laid eyes on in here as I was shuffling, and the clover is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and read the blurb because something in here for someone. This card brings good luck and good fortune. If this card is near the current card, it signifies that present misfortune or sorrow will soon disappear. If this card is far from the current card, then its good luck is weakened, delayed, or even entirely offset. If this card is surrounded by cards with bad signs, that events feared by the current world occur and will bring sadness. So I think that where it was the first one, so the closest to my eye for your reading, it's bringing good luck and good fortune. but it's also bringing a question of what are you going to do with your good luck and good fortune? All right. Space these bad boys out a little. Or good boys out. All right. Gentlemen. Oh, actually, you know what? I'll leave that flipped over because I already read it, but we didn't do the numbers. Shanty numbers. So I had a subscriber ask me probably a week or so ago about the numbers and where do I get the number books that I use. I make them. I channel them. Handmade, homemade messages can only be found here. So first I'll go with 45. Someone feels lost when it comes to luck and finances. Lost. 15. Someone put in for a job. You know what? This Robin Williams was obviously a huge actor, right? Lots of money, lots of work, lots of movies. His movies, he liked to go out and in casting extras for his movies, and this is just, things heard in passing by and read online or whatnot, but he would go out and the extras that he would hire, instead of hiring them, all these young kids, instead of hiring extras like most others did, he hired the homeless and he hired the veterans and the people with, trouble that could really use some help and a hand up. And that was something he was renowned for, respected for. Not everyone knew it, but those that did, But so I'm getting something about someone has put in for a job, maybe to get them out of homelessness or to get them out of a really bad situation. And there's been no call back yet. There's been no word back. It's just a Four of Swords energy, which is the waiting, the waiting game. But there's about to be a discovery when it comes to work. But there's also a call. Don't just take anything that you can get your hands on. Don't be a joker. Hold high standards for yourself. It's like, it's not just the energy of wanting to create a business for yourself, work for yourself so that you're not building up somebody else's business and their, riches and treasure troves. You're working on yours, but it's also because how do you know exactly what anybody else is working on or working towards or who they're working with? And it's like, what are you, with this Queen of Swords, smelling scandal? What are you connecting yourself to with your work? That's just a question for some, The answer for some is things that are not so good. I don't know. We're going to move on to the Gentleman, card 28. And we'll get the numbers first, see where we start. Grounds. grounds. That makes me think, makes me think coffee grounds. Maybe somebody's putting coffee grounds in their plants to, wait. What did I just see? Why am I seeing somebody trying to inhale coffee? Don't do that. There's like one of them fad things or something where people are trying to inhale their coffee almost like they're smoking it. Don't. I would not suggest doing such a thing. I love coffee. I love smoking weed. Whatever. I wouldn't do that. I don't know why I'm seeing that. But it also makes me think of common ground, finding common ground, grounds, being grounded, working on the grounds. What is it that grounds? Yeah, and that's what I get from 28. The gentleman says, this principal card shows a man tried and true, held high in regard, he tells fortunes for you. And upon your behest, if the cards are read well, the worst and the best, the cards will foretell. And that was 28. There are 2 cards representing the male querent. One can be used for a young boy. A second gentleman card shows a more mature man facing the opposite direction. Choose one or use both for the same-sex relationships. The card can also denote male energy or a male figure in the querent's life. And the querent is you. The location of direction of this card is of important significance in the reading of the cards. This gentleman is facing forward for the whole line of cards that are coming towards him. And he's also sitting in what looks to be a partial tuxedo. And he's got one leg up with both of his arms holding that leg into place. I don't know if that looks very comfortable. Why are you going to hold your leg there, Anyway, on to the next. Tree. Card 5. She. The card is she. Gentleman is staring at the she tree, the tree of she. One tree from earth is best to see. It springs from birth, good health for thee. And if the tree should reappear close to the current, your goal is near. The tree says, if this card is near the current card, your outlook is generally favorable and your spiritual roots are well grounded. So whoever you are, all of you guys are in your masculine energies at this time. This reading is to connect with the masculine side of you, and it does not matter what your gender is. We all have some masculinity. Well grounded. This card, located far from the current, means you should pay attention to your health. Well, we should all pay attention to our health. It's really important. Who are we if we're, not us? But at the same time, that's directly next to you. So we're not going to go too far into that, I guess. Next, the fox. Yeah, that just made me feel like, ooh, cunning energy. Don't get it twisted. Everybody's got to pay attention to their health. And then the whole thing about the grounding makes me think spiritual health too. All right. From root to crown. Ground to crown. 14. Yeah, cunning. It says sly though. Sly energy. Something about being uncertain federation. Uncertain federation from 14. The fox is, excuse me. The fox is sly. A friend is too. Someone may try to deceive you. With wily glances, The Renard snaps. Evade deception and beware old traps. Background music, I smell a storm coming. Some kind of test. When this card is near the current, I don't know, you guys. Just so you know, it's Queurent. I'm like, is that current, querent, corrent? I don't know. The Q. We're just gonna say the Q. How about that? You guys are the Q. Hi, darling. I'm glad it does. I hope you're doing well. When this card is near the Q, the fox suggests someone is trying to deceive the Q. There is danger by sly craftiness, and the Q should be alert to all pitfalls and false friends. Pitfalls. I literally just got the most awful scent of body odor. It's like really, really bad. Be careful of someone that smells really, really bad. Like can't even, sit in the same room without thinking about it. Pay attention. I don't know. Maybe not. That's, 20. Oh, because next you guys have the garden, which is card 20. There's something very impressive about your cheerfulness and the way that you are delicate yet strong. That's a message from God's garden for you. Card 20. The gardens entreat to a party you'll go. New friends will arrive and romance may flow. Life's to be enjoyed with nature all around. In this verdant setting, beauty and peace abound. Lady, card 29. Something about deductive reasoning regarding people's excuses or your own and efforts. Deductive reasoning regarding excuses and efforts. This charming woman with flowers in hand, as with the gentleman, her cards will command. The fortunes revealed once the cards have been placed unveil the fate that destiny traced. This is the querent card representing the woman or a young lady. It can also denote female energy or a female figure. Get out of here, fly on the wall. I haven't seen a fly down here, I don't think, at all, ever. And now there's one just on my cards. All right. Where are we? It can also denote female energy or a female figure in the querent's life. A second lady card shows a more mature woman. This is the more mature woman. Facing the opposite direction. Yep, she's actually facing the gentleman. All right. Absolutely. And actually, I believe that it was maybe yesterday that's our theme, finding balance, creating balance if you can't find one. Or may have been the day before yesterday, I'm not sure. Yep, the lady. Woman facing the opposite direction. Choose one or use both for same-sex relationships. The location and direction of this card is of prime importance in the reading of the cards. So we start with the bear, brawny and bold. Jumping to the gentleman, the tree, the fox, the garden, and then the lady. So in between the gentleman and the lady, who are facing each other, in between is the tree, the fox, the garden. We'll come back to this. After the lady, we have the ship. Card 3. Something about an iron brother watches over you. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I like how that sounds. An iron brother watches over you. Ship. A ship carrying gold sails straight into view. Lined in its hold are fortunes for you. If you should travel with a special friend, memories unfurl for years upon end. And 3 is a number of balance. At its opposite, understanding. Understanding and balance. The ship. This card means that an opportunity is approaching the current that opens up new avenues for good fortune. Opens up avenues for good fortune, success in business, and success in business. However, care must be taken in the event of unexpected setbacks. When this card is very near the current card, it signifies a journey or trip with many memorable events. And so this ship is very close to the feminine energy, but quite far from the gentleman. From this gentleman. 13, the child. There's a child that's very astounding, an astounding child. When a sweet child smiles your way, innocence brings joy to fill your day. Friends are many, enemies are few. Embrace a fresh start in all you do. I'm also getting for some your inner child and your ability to discover and work with and from that space in a healthy way is really astounding. 2, clover. I told you guys I saw the clover in the deck as I was shuffling. It definitely wanted to make its way into your lineup. So we're going to read it again because its placement here is very important. First, we'll get a number for 2. First though, I need some coffee and a smoke. I need a coffee and a joint. All right, 2. Something about as a woman forsakes. As a woman forsakes. Flowers surrounded in clover leaf mean happiness surmounted over grief. Bits of luck and fortune await. You have the potential to make life great. Hi, thank you so much. Thank you all for your support. Welcome home, homies. I'm glad you're here. Clover. I'm getting something about as a woman forsakes all others, or as a woman forsakes all evils, good things come for her and those around her. This card brings good luck. I don't know why I'm not showing it to you. This card brings good luck and good fortune. If this card is near the current card, it signifies that present misfortune or sorrow will soon disappear. If this card is far from the current card, then its good luck is weakened, delayed, or even entirely offset. If this card is surrounded by cards with bad signs, then events feared by the current will occur and will bring sadness. This is very close to the current card. the feminine energy, anyhow. And that child energy. Very far, though, from the gentleman. What I'm getting, and before I speak too soon, I'm going to go ahead. We'll take a peek at this last card and see what we have here. Mice. Okay, yeah. When the cat's away, the mice will play. All right? Keep that in mind for a moment. Card 23. Something about success. After accepting the grief of something, after taking something that was a block for you and turning it into a fucking building block. Boom. I like that. All right. Card 23. The robber mice take your treasure. Inside the house, they steal with pleasure. Hope's not forgone when this card is near. Once the mice are gone, you regain what is clear. Hang on, I just saw something. The mice and the snake indicate that someone may be betraying you or possibly stealing from you. And they don't have to be combined. That's just the meaning of them. All right. 23. This card is a sign of theft or robbery. Awesome. I'm thankful. I love it when it hits. Sign of theft or robbery. The loss is a gradual one, not sudden, like with the scythe. If this card is near the current card, the stolen articles may be recovered. If this card is far away, the loss may be irretrievable. And it's, pretty distant on down the line. But this is what I'm getting from this, you guys, overall. And yes, there were some messages in here for everybody's masculine side, some things that, were to connect and talk to and help kind of evolve or reset or realign that masculine side, but also where the masculine side meets the feminine side. Okay. There's a lot of discovery in the learning about these things and the deeper meanings, but what I'm getting for the majority is that there was someone, a masculine energy, more than likely a male, and they were a friggin' bear, and not in a cute way, not in a fun way, not in a, not in a bear hugs and, cute snoring, but more like rip you to shreds just because they can or because they smell something they want. This masculine held this energy. And came. It is like smelled something they wanted. How do I say this? I almost feel like it's like, I'm seeing the person run up the tree to try to get away from the bear, but then at the same time, I'm seeing sometimes bears run up trees to get away from people. What is the sense of this? This very growly gentleman wanted a branch of someone's family tree and was willing to do anything necessary, get as sly as possible take what they wanted, to get what it was that they wanted. Something very nourishing from the garden of life, the garden of a lady. But spirit works the way spirit does and steps in when they do, and logic hits when it needs to the most. And this lady, and maybe this lady and her children, found their way far enough away from this situation and this scenario that they began to grow again. But for as much growing as they do, this sly, I'm hearing fly by night, or no, fly by day gentleman doesn't share in the same circumstances. And I'm getting that there are some that are trying to stare too hard at what's happening to others and focus on your own journey, your own discoveries. All right. That fly really wants a piece of us, collective, and it's about to find out. It don't want no smoke. But it just keeps making me think someone's, oh, to be a fly on your wall. We're going to move on to a new deck. Somebody's name could be Pat, Patricia, Patty, Patrick, or any of the et ceteras of that. And I just started seeing it backwards. Tap, tap, tap. We're going to tap into, I think, the fairy wisdom. We already began with Ivy. And she opens us up, keeps us going. Messages for the collective. What do the homies need to know at this time? I had to check. These ones are both upright and the reverse, so I'll shuffle them as such. Your channeled song in the background just came on. Elle King, Can't Be Loved. Messages for the collective. Collective, do you have your heart locked? And your head locked? Messages for the collective, messages for the homies. Someone feels like they try with their might, but their heart just ain't right. And they feel like they can't be loved, but little do you know, you already are. Messages for the collective. I can't say that I don't in some spots. Perfect card. This card. It says, Stop chastising yourself. Stop judging yourself. Stop telling yourself that you're dark and black and you can't ever get back to the way that you used to be. Stop telling yourself that. This whole can't be loved thing. Stop telling yourself that. Stop accepting that as your truth. That's a beautiful card to come out as this song is playing. I love her music and I understand this song. My soul resonates with it on so many just so many planes, so many dimensions, so many realms, but at the same time, we can all be loved. And it starts with being loved by ourselves. I'm going to read the Bad Dragon. Card 3. In the reverse, it's that understanding. Something's unbalanced and there needs to be an understanding. And I think that unbalance is, again, it's self-judgment and self-chastisation to the point of hindering the self to grow. The Bad Dragon card, the key word is judgment. It indicates that you or someone else is being chastised. Look within. Is it you judging yourself, a situation, or someone else? View a situation from all sides and ask what lesson it has for you. Release all judgment of yourself or another or a particular situation. For who are you to judge? You draw to yourself the events of your life. You alone must take responsibility for everything that happens in your life. All is but a lesson. So focus on what you have learned. Be easier on yourself and on others. After all, even a dragon can have a bad day once in a while. What lessons have you brought into your life? Happiness? Sadness? Is it through your own powers of manifestation that you create your reality? Because it is. Your thought patterns and corresponding actions are responsible for your world. What you have thought and done in the past has manifested in the present. So, what do you want to change in your present life? What do you want to manifest into your future? Can you see that your life is a story in which you get to write the next page and the page after that? You guys, I was literally just thinking about, do I have something to write on for when I pull out the alphabet? The past is just a lesson to learn from. Take the information you've acquired and move forward. Leave any fears, guilt, or anger behind. And the chant here, I ask in the name of Spirit that I be gifted with the insight and knowledge that will keep me on my spiritual path. I ask for help in dealing with all that happens in my life and the ability to learn from it. I ask for guidance that I not be judgmental. Life is but a lesson that leads me to spirit. So be it. And the little chant with this one, this is Let Yourself Off the Hook Day. I like it. But, I don't know. That card did come in the reverse as well, collective, so maybe be careful and don't let yourself off the hook with everything. Maybe there are some hooks you don't want to be left off. I don't know. Let off. Anything else? I'm hearing the Fae say we're going to do an actual fairy reading and we're going to surround the altar with, as many of them as we can fit in. Not right for this reading, but that one's coming. Excuse me. Forget Me Not. Departures. Accompanied and clarified by the Moon Dragon in the reverse. Card 13. This card speaks of emotions and tides. Again, keyword for Forget Me Not is departures. I'm going to get smart and take a sip of coffee now so we don't have to stop partway through. Absolutely. Did I read the part about? No. Oh my goodness, I haven't even read it yet. All right, sweetheart. Tara's and Wheat Tarot Show. Check this out. This departures, the chant and the little part at the bottom here, tie a ribbon around your finger today. Surely it will remind you of something that you can untie it yourself anytime you want. Or not. Or not it. All right, you guys. Bear with me real quick, please. We got to pack a new ball. This one's dirty, and I don't want to smoke it or feed it to you guys, so. Or to the altar. Except in the ash bucket. I really like how you immediately picked up on the untying energy, though. Beautiful. And thank you, Spirit. So that's where the power comes from, huh? All right. And then after these two cards, we're going to get into the alphabet. See what we can pick up for messages. And we're going to do some numbers too. Card 6. Sweet and sorrowful. Sweet and sorrowful. Something about a very bittersweet energy. As you move along your path in life, bring her up close so you can see her beauty. There may be experiences and people that you will leave along the way. No matter what sorrows this may bring, always look for the gift that they have given you. There is a gift within everything that comes your way, and it is up to you to allow this gift to be recognized for what it is. Some partings feel sad, sweet and sorrowful. Some are a relief, and some are joyous. One thing that is for certain, all things change continually. So learn to go with the flow. And literally in the background, their song, what is this? Ritz, Switch Lanes. He's like, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going home. Learn to go with the flow. Sometimes people have to leave so that you or they can grow. Sometimes they come back and sometimes they do not. Ask the fairies to help you with your feelings in order to move forward. Life is continuous and non-ending. One does not move to another city and stop existing just because you no longer can see them. So it is with passing from this earth plane. Life continues, but we here on earth continue to see that life continues, but we here on earth cannot see that life in the form we are used to. Without change, there is no growth and our souls become stagnant. Accept the changes and the departures as part of life's continuance. Life is evolving as it should. After all, people do not stay in the theater after the show is over, do they? It is important to examine past relationships. What did you learn from them? What did they give you? How did you bless each other's lives? It is okay to grieve a bit, but do not do it without gratitude. Whether they're in another city or have departed the planet, you can send them messages from your mind and they will receive them. Just be calm and relax and think what it is you wish to tell them. The angels, guides, and elementals will help deliver your message. And the chant, I ask that my heart be filled with the lightness and joy of a fairy's heart. I know that all things are manifested for my good, even if I don't always see it in the moment. I receive and release those who come and go in my life with love and blessings, no matter what the circumstances. So be it. And then again, it said, tie a ribbon around your finger today. Surely it will remind you of something. The clarifier. The moon dragon in the reverse. These cards don't come with a reversal, but I like taking them in the reverse as well because they'll let you know if there's an imbalance that way, you know? Not that they don't when they're in the upright, but for me, they just tell me a bit more, you know? Like, hey, I'm upside down, I'm out of order. I'm a turtle over here. Can you flip me back over? Emotions. Tides, like the ocean. A lot of water energy with this card, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Mistress Moon can make the tides rise and fall, and with them, your emotions. So, and we just had the blood moon, hunter's moon, full moon. Was it the eclipse, super moon? Like, just, it was absolutely gorgeous. And I could feel it right down into the core of me. I lost her. What card are we? 13. Sorry, guys. I let the book close. Mistress Moon can make the tides rise and fall. Maybe Mistress Moon let the book close. And with them, your emotions. Sometimes these emotions can be lambs and sometimes they can be dragons. When the moon dragon comes to visit, simply invite her in and sit with her a while. Share a cup of fairy tea with her. My version of that's coffee. Also, by the way, I am a moon dragon. I have a lot of water. So sit with me a while. And thank you for those that have been. All right. Simply invite her in and sit with her a while. Share a cup of fairy tea with her. Dwell in her space for a bit and feel her feelings. These feelings are neither bad nor good. They just are. Allow the dragon her voice, and she will be appeased. It may help to write. That just made me start seeing throat chakra. Do you guys know about taking a pendulum across your body? If you lay down flat on the floor and you take the pendulum across your body and stop near and not really stop, just kind of slow down near your chakra points. And you can look it up about exactly where they are, but you can still tell just the general idea when you run a pendulum, a true crystal pendulum, on an even, has to be even. You run it up and down the body, and it will either spin. I've seen them spin clockwise, which tells us aligned, open, spinning, twirling, healthy, good. I've seen them going counterclockwise, which is like, oh, what do you have to do to get it to go clockwise? Because in the counterclockwise, it was a very hurting energy that needed healing. And then I've also seen when it comes to a chakra, instead of twirling at all, just starting to kind of swing back and forth in a very haywire manner. And again, that's something that needs further delving into. But if you run it across and all of them twirl, 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 spiral, 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 that is a very good sign of alignment. Allow the dragon her voice and she will be appeased. It may help to write in a journal at such a time. Expressing all that is within releases the pressure of the moon tide. Much can be accomplished through simply sitting with the dragon and listening to what she has to say. Try it next time the moon has a hold over you. See how quickly you tame the dragon. Then all that energy can be put to a useful purpose for your highest good. We are humans with feelings, hormones, emotions, likes and dislikes. We all have different things that appeal to us and different ways of looking at things. This really is a good thing. However, when emotions become riled, it's best to sit with them and sort them out. Emotions are trying to tell you something. Look at these emotions with honesty and explore what they are about. Get to the real source of your feelings. Keep asking why and saying, "Tell me more," until you have the full story. Take a deep breath and let the body relax and breathe easily. Ask Spirit for another way to look at the situation. Ask for balance in body, mind, and spirit. Breathe and be at peace. Ask for perfect solutions and be willing to let them come to you. Listen. The chant, Mistress Moon, help me to ebb and flow gently with your tide. Allow the dragon within me to subside. Bring me peace and harmony, just as you can calm the sea. Release my emotions to infinity, so I may live in my divinity. So be it. Wish upon a moonbeam today. The spinning is very, very good. And it's not to say that the back and forth or the haywire can't be good in its own right. You know, it's all there for a reason, a purpose. Something can be learned from it. I find what I want to learn from it is how to fix it. If my throat chakra is spinning backwards or not spinning at all, that's usually some kind of truth that I'm not speaking, some kind of honesty that I'm not being outright and forthright with. If it's my heart, it's something that I love that I'm not giving enough attention to, or something that I'm giving too much attention to that my heart isn't in it. Things like that, you know. So, a few messages from this. Forget not that we have emotions. Forget not that we have hormones, minds, bodies, spirits. Forget not that we have breath and that our breath is important because it's the breath to our life. Forget not to take care of the body and to take care of the connection to the soul. And forget not that life changes. Things change and come and go, but we can always grow where we're planted. What are you growing in your spiritual garden, collective? The forget-me-nots are a flower. And I'll just tell you, if you Google, wait a minute. Yep. Okay. So the moon dragon, page 33, Freemasonry. If you Google the forget-me-nots, it's one of their symbols. Not sure why, but I do. I recall that. And they have 33 levels, supposedly. This was on page 33. Forget-me-not is a different card, but it being accompanied by this moon dragon, page 33, may or may not mean anything. I read something the other day that said that there's no need to even really hide things when they hide them in plain sight and nobody's looking, nobody knows, nobody pays attention, no balance to the understanding. I don't know. May or may not be significant, but there was a reason I was called to say it. So anyway, moving on. We are going to go to the alphabet. I do believe that's my favorite Monday Madness little activity. Shake them up real well. All right. More. Make sure I have something to write with. And on. Okay. Right off the bat, we have the number 8. Street. ST. Somebody might live on 8th Street or number 8 on their street. Also a 4, 84, 48, 48th Street, 84th Street, or again, number 48 or 84 on a street. We have an S, another S. O, Z, A, 7, F, another T, a 1, so 1487, 7841, 4187, 4871, something like that, a variation of those numbers. L, E, and a couple of commas or apostrophes. Also a cent sign. Cents. Let's get a sense of what this is about, shall we? So, again, the numbers allotted: 1487. We're going to look at the book. Something is irregular. About someone's blood. Something irregular about the way someone drove, the way that their seats were. Something about an irregular child. Excuse me, I don't know exactly what type of irregular, if it's like irregular vowels or irregular, like very different. Let's go ahead and look at the word irregular. INIR. Earlier, much earlier in the reading, we had got something about an iron brother watches over you, collective. An iron brother. I just saw iron bound with iron, or unyielding. But ironclad, covered with protective iron plates, strict, unbreakable. Iron curtain, an impenetrable political and ideological barrier between the Soviet bloc and the rest of the world. That's Iron Curtain. Something about seeing behind a spiritual iron curtain, and something about a connection to a brother allowing you to do so, or something about, yeah. Something about ironstone, a heavy white glazed pottery. Okay, what was I looking up in the first place? Uh-oh. Irregular? Yeah. Someone's at an interspatial intersection in their lives. An introvert who is always singing to themselves in their mind. All right, irregular. INIR. Here we go. Irregular. Not according to the general rule or practice. Not straight, uniform, or orderly. Uneven. Uneven. Something about children being favored unevenly as children, unfairly, unjustly, and the universe evening it out. SOS. I wonder if this has SOS in here. Something about a shift. Someone shifting as we speak. Sorrow. Someone's shifting out of anguish and mental suffering, an expression of grief, and into something much more sovereign, something much more light, warm. I suppose that's a message for someone looking for an SOS from Spirit, because I don't see SOS in here. But SOS, someone needs to know about their sense of spark. You have a beautiful sense of spark. Don't doubt it. SAT. Something about SAT. That's making me think, well, SATs. Someone, you or your children could be taking SATs. I guess it would be your children, because I don't think you take SATs in any adult schools. not really certain. But that's making me think sat the whole sit with the moon fairies, sit with the moon, sit with the moon. Any chance you get, anyhow, any way, opportunity that you have. I'm not even writing things down. We have all right. SAT SOS at the commas. TASTE, something about taste. You know what that's making me think of? That's making me think of the fairy scythe. SITHE, I think. It's not the like tool, the scythe. It's what is it? A cat. A fairy cat. But it's the cat that is legend to walk on all fours around humans and walk on two legs when humans aren't looking. And they're fairies. I don't know why I'm thinking about that, but yeah. I do know why it was. I don't know why that was channeled. All right. Something about, I was going to say a saucer of milk. A saucer of milk. That's what that was. This taste. A saucer of milk. Also, something about broccoli, because in that song, Taste, broccoli. She can get a taste. Smoking weed. Anyway, leaving out a saucer of milk for the fairy. Some would leave it at their front door on like the night of the full moon, I think, or on Halloween night, maybe. I can't recall the legend exactly. But and then the cat fairy would protect their home. Something about stat. Something needs to be done or known. Stat. STAT. I'm going to see exactly what that, if that's in here, anyhow. We have state, static. No, we do not have stat, but static, not moving, or random noise heard on a radio, and then randomly the radio said, "Oh, something, what happened to you?" Talking about, oh, Biscuit, what happened to you? Something about spoiling yourself with hydrating your skin. Something about fluid ounces. Something about a set amount of fluid ounces was something. Something about a fest. I don't know if it's like something's fest up or festival. FEST'. So multiple festivals. Tao, TAO. Left, the lefts. I'm not even just talking like politics or, could be like left-handed people, I don't know. SLATE, slate. Slate. If you guys see it, I don't know if you guys can see all the letters. Let's see if you guys see anything. Feel free to chime in and we can look something up or anything that's signifying to you and your energy at this time. SAFE, something safe. Something about safes. I keep forgetting to write anything down too so that I could look back and look at the big picture. Something about, we had said something about fluid ounces. That also makes me think something about Florida, something about Oz, like the Wizard of Oz. Also, that was a show, like a prison show. TALES, so tails, something about tails. We only have one L, right? So it's not tall, or we're lacking an L for it to be tall. But something about late. What was the T first I just said? Tail. TALE. Late. FEAT. We don't have fear. We have a feat, like a supernatural feat. Or feats. Apostrophe S. More than one. Absolutely. Salt. Yes. Ooh. Salt of the earth, my people. FALSE. Something's false. That makes me think something about, I read something recently that, and everything's a speculation for all, of course. Do your research. Look at the disclaimer. Just a reader over here, but something about, and not saying go overboard either, but something about salt not being as bad as they tell us it is. Certain types, anyhow. And it's also making me think about when I was young, my father was a fisherman. Half my family were fishermen, and the wharves literally dump salt into the ocean. Tons of them. Bear. Salty bear. Oh shit, dude. From the Bluebird cards, the bear, that dude was a bear, but not in a cute way. Yeah. Some kind of freaking gnat fly on the wall, salty bear, I tell ya, because that fly keeps coming around me. LEAS. If we used the E twice, we could have something about Elise. FLEAS. Somebody may have fleas. Be very careful. A fleece may have fleas in it. Be careful about what you're giving and getting. Not saying be fearful, but be careful, prayerful, So I'm going to write down, we had salty bear. Which also we can take BARE as well, like bear, laying something bare. SOFT, soft. Something about bearing your heart softly. T-E-A, the tea. Or somebody may be drinking tea or needs to be drinking some tea. Maybe somebody makes their own herbal teas. Ooh, I just started seeing tea bombs. Z E S T, zesty. Zesty. Something is zesty. Something about a zesty tail. Fae, F-A-E. Also, directly after I saw foe, F-O-E. Not every fairy is a friend. Some of them are absolutely the opposite. If you believe in that sort of thing. We don't have all of it, but I'm literally getting something about a fossil. And something about a vase. Something about a vase that somebody has might have a fossil in it and they don't even realize it. Like, if it's some kind of, maybe that's where the iron stone thing came from. You have some sort of I don't know if that could be even possible, but maybe something that you think is some old iron stone, vase. It's actually a fossil. I don't know. S-L-O-T, slot. That made me think about a slotted spoon. Zesty tail, spicy tail, aka tea. Absolutely. Absolutely. It all folds right into itself. I love it. I started seeing something about Oasis. Oasis. Maybe the band or like, I don't know, that was it like shampoo and conditioner? Nourishing Oasis? Or, somebody needs a getaway to a nourishing oasis, or they're at one, maybe. Something about a sale, S-A-L-E. S-L-O makes me think slow gin. Sale of slow gin. What did I just read? It was something about making your own gin, I think. And it was actually something really common. I would have never thought that you could make gin. That was how you made gin, and that's how you made gin. I can't remember exactly. But something significant maybe about that. Like, oh, well, I didn't know that was really just that easy, that simple. Like, never would have thought. Kind of like I looked up homemade candy canes last night, and I was like, whoa, that's actually way easier than I would have thought. Something about toss, T-O-S-S. And I'm going to go ahead, and what I like to do is move them around too. And it just kind of gives me a new perspective to be like, oh, yeah, okay, I didn't see that before. Something about flow, but like somebody's name could be Flo. What is that? There was a show, a little cartoon. It was like Flo the Ladybug or something. Ladybugs might be significant at this time. Someone may need to know that if you have a infestation of ladybugs in your home, you may want to make sure that those are ladybugs, because if they're not and they're those Asian oriental beetle things, those things bite and it hurts. Do we say float? because we have float. That fly is trying to float itself in my coffee, and I ain't having it. SLATE. Did we put slate? Something about a fresh slate? Or a piece of slate? Something written on a slate? We have the clean slate oracle over here. Let's grab a couple things. Ooh. Spirit says, I hope you feel good today, collective. And if you don't, have no hesitation about getting there. Someone feels like they may not have a very good chance at life if they don't have the utmost tippy-top highest level of education, but someone's already been accumulating a very harvestable abundance with what experience they have from life. Things, I say this, that could never be taught, never be bought. They're only learned and experientially earned. And those things, you've already begun accumulating harvestable abundance. And that has much meaning, especially for those worried about not being smart enough, not having enough education. Phase, going through a phase, absolutely, much like the moon phases. Thank you so much for all the input. I definitely did not see those ones, but you did. Thanks. Okay. STOLE, something about stole. What did we see earlier? The mouse, the mice. Something about a stolen hero, though, because literally the card said a stolen hero. The card said hero, and I just saw stole. STOLE. Something. What was I just getting though? Stolen hero. Somebody regrets stealing somebody's hero. Because whoever got their hero stolen, they were a chosen. And whoever their hero was someone really important. Is someone really important. And it needs to be remembered. It needs to be, the memory needs to be unleashed. I don't know. Lest we forget. I want to look that up. Lest. That made me think about blessed. When people try to say it means to be blessed, I never, ever, ever think that. I had thought it, I read it, and I'm like, oh, I wonder, and I'm looking into it, and yes, there's all kinds of stuff that says that this is somebody's opinion of this and this and this. That's their folklore. It's not mine. I love blessed. I don't think it means to be less, except in the ways that we should. LEST. Almost there. I just saw latchkey. So it's like with the things I say we should be a little less about. Laziness. Latchkey kids. L-E. Foghorn Leghorn. Someone practices Lent. It might not be in here. This is a really old version of dictionary, but we do have less and lesson. Lessee, one who leases a property. Let. We have let. We had let. Yeah. But it doesn't actually say L-E-S-T here, I don't believe. Maybe. Hang on. Nope. Alright. Just wanted to check. But we got something that was unexpected from there. So I'm also seeing something about Tesla, T-E-S-L-A, and something about if we use the E twice, fleet, a fleet of something. Maybe somebody likes Fleetwood Mac. But I was something specifically about a fleet, like a legion. Awesome. Thank you very much for being here. Yep, I think at the moment that is what I actually have for the collective as well. That's all that flows. Something about flat. Until we speak again, my dears. Mwah.